So we are in the first week of April. Yay, yay, yay. Take it to the top Tuesday. And I think everybody's got so many activities going on right now. So I know a lot of y'all are going to watch this recording. So hello, hello, hello. We're glad you're here. This month is all about the pearls. We want you guys to don your pearls for Tuesdays. Look at Andrea. Look at this. Look at this. Is this obnoxious or what? That is like,
Yeah,
I've worn that on stage so many times. But I like it because it doesn't turn because it fits. And what is that? Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, we all have lots of pearls. And so we're going to really be promoting pearls this month, and you'll hear more about that. So I'm excited. I would highly recommend if you guys can write things down. I know, Chrissy, you can't, so you can come back and watch this later, but we are going to do a little note taking tonight and go through a few things. And so I'm going to let Andrea talk a little bit in the beginning just for crow time while I grab my paperwork, but she can't talk a lot. So here we go.
Although I keep talking and I shouldn't. So I just want to start off by saying, holy crap, Joe, you look stunning tonight. Like, can you guys all agree that that white and the black, I mean, your pearly white teeth, but your eyes look fabulous. Just beautiful. And I don't know what you're using on your eyes, but I think you should tell us.
On my eyes? Okay, well, now it looks creasy. I always just I start out with just the biscotti everywhere because I get real impatient and I put on my eye cream and I don't want to wait. So I just put the biscotti on top of it and just let it soak in. And then I've been using one of the metals with a shimmer. I got to get my compact. I forgot. And then underneath, I just do a little bit of the dark blue.
But and then you have the black eyeliner?
Yeah, I always use the liquid because my eyes water so much during the day. And then I usually do a little bit of Zulema contouring, but I didn't tonight. And so I just put on a little bit of bronzer and we're good to go. Hi, Courtney. And there's Amy and Zulema. Yay.
Your eyes look great. And I was going to tell people, you know, it's really fun to grab new looks. And so this is a little, when the Chroma Fusion came out a couple years ago, they have this little book that we got. This is all in our archives for, I know it's on Joe's website and stuff, but I decided to try the pinks and neutrals. So if you've never tried, this is Blossom. Oops, hold on. It's Blossom.
Yes.
It is Cashmere Haze, and then Golden Mauve. And I've never put those together. And I just think that really looks pretty as a combination. So just wanted to say, it's always fun to try something new. And as Joe said earlier, we were talking, video yourself. Last night, I went live in my Facebook group and said, y'all, let's just wash our face tonight. And I'm telling you, people respond, maybe not immediately, but they respond and it gets in their mind to get back on track with their Mary Kay. So let's start us off with some crows because I know Vicky's sister, we didn't have it recorded. So Vicky, tell everybody again about your sister. And then if you have something that you did this week, we want to hear we want to celebrate you and hear all about it.
I know she's doing her first party. She called me yesterday and told me, and I think she was a little disappointed because she started out with about 5 and she ended up with 3. And I said, that's fine. You know, make it a party anyway. Just keep it going. And she's excited. She's gonna do good. She's really excited about it. And I haven't talked to her to see. All I know is she said, I can't get on the meeting. I'm still writing tickets. So I said, just keep writing.
Absolutely.
And my week was a little slow this week, so I don't have a lot to crow about. I did have a order of 139 I put in the mail today, but that's about it.
Wow. Yay to opening your store. Sometimes we have to just celebrate that we opened our store.
Yes, opened our store.
Hey, it might be a lip gloss or an eyeliner, but you opened your store. So way to go. Who
Right.
else has a crow?
Fran, what you got to crow about? You did the hotline this morning.
Oh, yesterday. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
I did not.
Okay, well, it's time to grow a little. You have an amazing articulate speaking voice. We are going to use and abuse it as much as we can.
Okay.
Well, and Chrissy and Dee both agree that you were fabulous.
It took a few tries, quite a few tries.
You're a no nonsense kind of person, Fran, so just own it.
Well, Fran, when Andrea and I go to leadership and seminar together, she always says, for today's hotline, we have Joanna. And she hands me the phone. I'm like, hi, everybody. Sometimes just speaking from your heart and speaking off the cuff can be super fun. And we're going to see a little bit of that tonight as we're going to let some of you guys do some of the slides. And we're going to be doing more and more of this, where you guys will be calling out the RECO instead of Andrea and I, because we are tired of the sound of our own voice. Okay. So I had a little crow because she probably won't crow on herself, but I have a crow on Zulema. Zulema has been doing her videos again. And they're so stinking cute. And she's washing her face, just like Andrea just said. So great minds think alike, right, Zulema? Yeah. And she's like, and we went camping this weekend and I did not have my cleansing brush. So I just used my hands. And I'm like, I could just listen to her talk all day long. So I love it. But it was so good. And girl, that is putting yourself out there. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Very proud of you. And I know you're running back and forth to gymnastics and all that, but we're so glad you're on. She really pushes it to be on, even though she's transporting Chloe and all that. So proud of that. And y'all, just like Andrea said, do those videos. Okay. If you hate it, you don't have to say post, right? Can't you, Andrea? If you go on live, you actually can control it. So love it. Okay. Anybody else? Chrissy, are you sitting or are you driving with your knees?
I'm just sitting in the car. I'm stopped. I'm at the game and the boys are warming up.
Okay, yay.
I've dropped them off, so I'm
That's great.
just sitting in the car. So I'm okay. I've got my notebook. I've got my pen.
Okay, good. So Chrissy's in the car. Zulema's on her way to gymnastics. And you guys are making it happen. Sayonara, you're back. You're back. You were gone for another week.
No, it's just 10 days. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay, did you do Brazil yet?
No,
Okay.
28.
Okay, so she's leaving again the end of this month for Brazil. Well, we're so glad you're back, beautiful girl. We know you had fun. We saw your
Thank you.
pictures. And Zara's waving at us. So Courtney, do you want to tell everybody what you've got going on? Because you're actually talking to people now.
Yeah, so next week, like next Thursday, we're doing a trash bash. We were going to do it this Thursday, but there's like something at the church that a lot of the people are going to, so I don't want them to have an excuse. So we switched it to next week. So I'm excited. It should be good.
Yeah.
We're
So
going to do it
I
on Zoom.
had one of the ladies at Bible study this past week walk up to me and she goes, is Courtney one of your girls? And I go, of course she is. And she goes, in Mary Kay. And I go, oh yeah, that too. And because I get to hear, she gives me all this advice about everything that Stephanie's going to need for the baby. She keeps giving me all this advice. So I feel like I'm not her mom. She's kind of my mom. But yeah, so they're like, you know, this one of the ladies at church is like, well, I'm really proud of her. And I'm like, I am too. She's talking to people. Yay. That's great.
So sweet. Thank you.
So proud of you. It's going to be super duper fun. We're going to have a great time with it. So what we're doing is, Andrea, can I just tell them how we're using the trash bash as a launch? So instead of doing like a launch party where, you know, we introduce 10 or 15 products, we talk about the consultant, everybody talks, we're just doing a quick 30-minute trash bash. And then we're telling them, let me mute Jamie. And then we're telling them, okay, do you want to use this 20% discount at your own party and get hostess credit? And so it's still a launch party. We're still talking about 5 products. We did a little, this is my notes from 2 weeks ago, where we did a little tweaking of the trash bash. And so that's how we're going to launch Courtney's business now that Zara's gotten a little bit older and she can kind of hand her off to dad for an hour and we can do that. So it's going to be super fun. But you guys think about that. You could relaunch your business even if you're not brand new, and you could tell your friends, hey, I'm relaunching my business for the spring and I'd love to do a trash bash with you. Let's do a spring cleaning. And it's basically 25 to 30 minutes. It's just super, super quick. So I'm excited about it. And it's not a huge selling event. It's a booking event. It's an introduction to Mary Kay and a booking event. It's not an actual virtual party. Okay. That's a whole different animal. So don't get confused, but it'd be a great way for you to reconnect with some of your customers who have been in hiding during the winter. So I'm excited about that. All right, well, let's go to, and y'all, Andrea can't talk a lot tonight. She sounds like a 13-year-old boy whose voice is changing. And, but you see that we're wearing our pearls, okay? April is all about the pearls. We are gonna have everybody earning pearls and, you know, smoky sexy. Yes, Fran, when she was talking to me the other day, she's like, ugh. I'm like, she's been smoking cigars. Fran thinks it's sexy. I think that's sweet of you. Always being so positive. Okay, so we are going to actually start with, we already talked about crows, so your IPAs. So give yourself points. So you get 5 points in increments of 5, okay, for your IPAs. So how many people had at least 5 IPAs in the past week? I know Sinar was traveling. Okay, of course Amy did. Okay, who had 10? Hold up 2 fingers if you did 10. You're tracking these, aren't you, Amy? Yep. Amy, yes. Okay. And Amy, how many did you have? I think you're going to be our queen of IPAs. Wait, girl, you got to unmute.
Okay. It was a 30.
You did 30. Okay, so give yourself 30 points. Y'all, it's just a matter of tracking it, just writing it down and tracking it. So proud of you. That's awesome. Make that your goal this week, that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be tracking your IPAs. Okay, so it's just consistency, consistency, consistency. And y'all, we've got some really good training tonight because we've had some requests for a little bit more training and less fluff. So we're going to get right to it. But first, we're going to do some RECO and a little bit of that. So I'm going to actually come back to this in a minute. And we're going to talk real quick about being a star consultant the last quarter. So Dee, can you talk real quick?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Dee, what does it mean to be a star consultant?
Star consultant is when you put in your order. So I'm going to get out of the echo. I don't like listening to myself. You put in your order of, is it 300 or more every month? And you also see, oh my gosh, I should know this. I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. This is not good. God, I'm having such a brain fart. Okay. Mother, okay,
help her out.
Please help me. Oh my God, I'm hanging here.
Fran, can you step in and help Dee out with what it means to be or how do you become a star?
Oh my gosh, I should know this. What am I
doing? You're muted. Fran, you're muted.
Star. Okay. Suck up to your director, $600 a month. Was it a month from 15 to 15? And One party, what's the scoop there? There's something with the parties.
Well, this is great. This is perfect. So you're absolutely right. 600 if you break it down. But ladies, let's actually look at, to be a sapphire is 1,800 wholesale. And it is, as Fran said, December, well, this quarter is December 16 to March 15. So if you take 1,800 and you divide it into 3 months, because we want to always see how can we break it down to have bite-sized pieces. So that comes to $600 wholesale a month, which is jewelry. Remember, Mary Kay rewards us for the jewelry. But in order to actually have a 600 wholesale, we want to back it up with our sales. So that's equal 600 times 2 would be 1,200 in sales for the month. So if you take 1,200 in sales for the month and you divide that by each week of the month, right here on this page, you'll see $300 a week gets you the sales to support your $600 a month. So D, how much wholesale does it take to be a Sapphire Star consultant?
600 wholesale.
Nope.
Nope. 1,200 wholesale.
18.
Okay, sorry.
600,
So we're talking
600,
quarter?
600 in a quarter.
Okay, in the quarter, yes. 1,800 and 1,800 divided by 3 months is $600 per month. And you need to be able to sell at least $300 a month in order to make that $600 wholesale order, right?
Well, it would be each week because 300
week.
times
Yes,
4
each
is
week.
1,200.
1,200.
So
Yes.
we just want to break it down into activity because we are a boutique. Okay, you have the right to control your own boutique, but we don't stockpile. We want to move it, and so Sapphire is the lowest star level. So you guys, good job. I think that the more we talk about it, the more we feel confident, and then we can explain it to other people. And so, of course, you bump up from Sapphire to Ruby is 600 points. And you can get 600 points by wholesale, so you sell more, or you can have 600 points with your qualified recruits during that period. Okay, Joe, I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay. All right. So this is very enlightening to me. No, I love that y'all know that now. Okay. So D, can you do a little recognition with all of our consultants who have already achieved halfway through the 6-month challenge called Power Up Your Enthusiasm?
All right, I would love to, Joe. Okay, January through March, done. We have Vicky Starwalt, Sayonara Boucher, Amy Pop, Fran Sanders, Jamie Bulliard, Marcia Stevens, Chrissy Payne, Andrea Zajac, and Joanna Scheib. What?
Okay, thank you. So this is a 6-month challenge. So it's all about consistency. Now, at the end of the seminar year, on June 30th, we will go back to 0 on July 1st. And I guarantee you, they are going to have another 6-month challenge. You don't want to miss the first month. And you'll hear us talking about that. But anytime there's a 3-month or a 6-month challenge, you guys, the company dangles these carrots because it creates consistency in your business. Okay. It's not about buying the jewelry. If you want a nice bracelet, you can go buy yourself a nice bracelet. It's all about earning it because you're doing the work. And these women are doing the work. Love it. Okay, we are going for 5 new red jackets by the end of this month. And I'm so excited to let you guys know that the company is offering your red jacket for first-time red jacket earners free, and it includes the shipping. You just go online, you order it, and they're going to send it to you. There's 3 styles. So if you've never been in a red jacket, this is the time to do it. And if you have been in a red jacket, then re-earn your red jacket and you'll have enough in commissions to buy your jacket. But we are looking for people who are ready to rock and roll their business in April. So we are going to back it up with support for you every step of the way. And we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But first, I want to talk about, Fran, you're going to be talking about these ladies and what does it mean? You don't have to call out all the names, honey, okay? But what is a senior consultant? Can you explain to everybody what is a senior consultant?
You just read it.
Boss babe, let's see. Senior consultant has 1 to 2 active consultants, and she earns 40% commission on team members and orders. And for our unit, we've got Kelly D and Christine, and a whole lot of people for you, Joanne. And that's as good as it gets.
Okay,
me.
Fran,
Yes.
honey, you had the active consultants correct, but will you read that commission line again, please?
Earn 4% commission on team members and orders. On
Right,
team members orders.
very good. 4%, 4%. So that's really important. Thank you, Fran. That's awesome. So you're saving us. I love it. Okay, get out your pop forms. Now I want to tell you guys something. You can put all of this on your March pop form, or you can put some of it on March and some on April, or you can put it all on April. I don't care. It's your points. You put them where you want them. Go for whatever month is going to give you the most points and the most bang for your buck. We are so flexible on this. We're just excited when y'all turn them in. Okay. So it was a really strange month for the March pop form because it began almost the second week of the month and it ended on April 3rd. So that's why we're allowing you guys to be super, super flexible with this, okay? Give yourself 10 points for being on live tonight on the March or the April pop form, 10 points. Or if you're watching this recording, hi, make sure you give yourself 10 points after you post your takeaway. Okay, section B on your pop form. Give yourself 10 points if you see your beautiful picture here. Arlene, we still don't have a picture of Arlene, but give yourself 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet. Give yourself 10 points if you see your picture here. That means that you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet every single week for 4 weeks. That's consistency. And what does this say right behind Zulema's shoulder? Accountability. You guys, this is so important. Consistency and accountability. You'd be amazed at if you would be accountable to your director every day. It's just so simple. Send her a text or a Voxer. Every day, you would be amazed at how you will feel so much stronger in your work ethic and what you're doing in your business. Give yourself 10 points for every new face full circle appointment for the week ending April 3rd. Again, you choose which platform you want to put it on. 10 points for every full circle appointment. Not on the go. That's good to hand out samples, but this is full circle from soup to nuts. Okay. That is skincare. Okay. Let's see who our weekly queens are. Drum roll. Okay. Amy Paul had a grand week. So excited for her. My voice is cracking now. I think Andrea's given me her sore throat. Okay, and Zulema had a star week. A star week is at least 300 in sales. Some of you guys had like 294, 286, 298. I'm like, go for that 300 and then you at least get your 10 points. But Amy gets 20 points for being our queen of sales for the week with a grand week. She is going for that national quota sales. Now let's see who our monthly queens are. So this is even bigger. So our queen of retail is Miss Amy Paul. For over $4,000 retail. She got double credit for that. So she got over $8,000 retail towards her national court of sales. And then I did 6 because I was so excited about Fran's number. And I'm like, I'm going to add one more. So give yourself 10 points for being in the top 6 on the court of retail sales. And that's Vicky and Jamie and Chrissy and Sayonara and Fran. Give yourself 10 extra points. Personal sales. Now, this is based on your weekly accomplishment sheet. I go back and I do a whole chart and I add up everything you submitted each week. And this is who our winners were. Amy Paw gets 20 points for doing over almost $3,000 in sales in the month of March. And you guys, that is someone going for the biggest court. And this woman works 3 jobs. And do y'all remember what happened to her in March with her son? And so I'm just telling you right now, the girl is working. Zulema had over $1,300 in sales. Vicky had over $1,000 in sales. Sayonara had almost 1,000 and went to Europe for 10 days. And Dee had almost 600. So we are so excited for all of you. So give yourself 10 points for being in the top 5 on the court of personal sales. Okay, let's look at this. Vicky, unmute yourself, girl. We want to hear your voice.
Yes.
Okay, so Vicky, tell us what this slide is all about.
Oh my, the power of your goals. Yeah, you would put something like this on me.
Yeah.
March. Okay, bonus grant is grand month, $1,000 plus wholesale plus
Yeah.
whole.
Over $1,000.
Okay, Amy Paul. Amy, you're doing bang up job. You really are.
Yes.
March, 50 points for $600 wholesale placed during the month. Jamie, Saranata, Eugenia, Zulema, Vicky, Marcia, Amy, Diana, Chelsea, Chrissy, and Fran.
Okay.
Congratulations to all of you.
Very good. Every one of these ladies earned. I'm so excited. Every one of them earned. I wonder where I'm tonight, but we're doing pearls. These
I know.
gorgeous earrings. I'm so excited because they're big and I have a big head and I have big hair. So now I have big round earrings. How many of
Okay,
you
right.
guys have already gotten your earrings? Vicky,
Yes,
have you worn
Yes.
them, Vicky?
yes, and they're lightweight. They're
Yes, they're very
Yeah.
lightweight.
they're wonderful to wear.
They're
Yeah.
adorable, adorable. This is good for Easter too. And then Amy, did you get yours yet? You got them? Okay, who else already got their earrings? Sayonara, I bet you got yours. You came home to them, didn't you? Oh, you're wearing them. Sweetheart, you're wearing them. Yeah, these are the earrings for the month. You guys do not pay attention to us. I have just decided you guys do not pay attention. Okay, Chrissy, have you gotten yours yet? No? Okay, Fran, have you gotten yours yet? You did? Yay. And Zulema also did a qualified order, so did Jamie. So did you guys get your earrings yet? Zulema might be driving and Jamie might be driving. Okay, they are fabulous. I'm telling you guys, Mary Kay's upped their game. They really have. Don't you agree, Andrea?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I love RJ Graziano.
Yes. Okay. Zulema hasn't gotten hers yet. Wait till you get them. You're going to love them. And do not just give them away. Zulema always gives her jewelry to her family members. She's so generous. Okay, Vicky, talk about who did enough in sales to place a 400 to a 599. Hold on.
Yeah, get me back there. Mary Ellen, Kimberly, Anita, and Kathy Nolan.
And Jill Stiles down here. Sorry.
And, oh, I'm sorry, and Jill.
I put her way at the bottom. I don't know why I did that. Okay. And how many points do they get, Vicky?
They get 30 points.
That's awesome. That's a lot of points, guys.
That
Okay.
is,
And then
just for putting your sales in.
that's right. Okay, now if you sold enough to do a basic order, 225 all the way to a 399, then you get 20 points. Now, you guys, I want to show you something. I was freaking out at how many of my unit members did 395, 398, 370. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you could have gotten 30 points if you'd have just sold one more mascara or one more eyeshadow. So be tracking this. This is what we're talking about when we say track it, track it, track it. And if you haven't gotten your paper and pen out yet, get ready, because I'm getting ready to put some stuff on you. And if you don't write it down, it's going to be hard to follow. Okay.
Mhm.
Amy, I fixed the stars. You'll be so happy. So Amy, can you talk about who our stars have been this year?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So our first quarter stars was Jamie and Christina McKnight and Evangelista. Fran Sanders was Sapphire Zulema. Marcia Stevens, and then we'll go to Sayonara Boucher with Ruby. And sorry, Vicky, you were in there for the Sapphire. They're all kind of spread out. So I'm just gonna name them all. Terry Skills, Andrea Zajac, Joanna was Pearl, and I was Pearl as well. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I can see. Did I miss anybody?
Perfect. No, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. And so for the second quarter stars, we are going to go with, we'll start on the left side and work over. We have Joanna, we have Andrea, we have Zulema, Sayonara Boucher, Fran, and just checking there. There it says Nelson. Is it Sanders or Nelson?
It's Sanders.
I don't know
Okay.
why it says
Yeah,
that.
it's Sanders. I don't know who Fran Nelson is.
I don't
Well,
know.
hey,
I just
that's your
gave- I
next
gave you a new
consultant.
name.
Just go with it.
I gave you a
Okay.
new name.
We have Stacy Swallows, we have Vicky Starwalt and Courtney Shahan, Christina Payne, Marcia Stevens, Jamie Bolliard, and myself as Pearl. So, and then this should be third quarter.
Hang on. Okay.
Okay, for third quarter, we have Andrea, we have Vicky Starwalt, Jamie Bolliard, Fran Sanders, Sayonara Boucher, Joanna, Marcia Stevens, and myself.
Yeah.
So I guess you want to look, I think the consistency here is you're seeing repeat faces over and over. So that consistency will get you to the big courts. Okay, Princess Court, most of these people have already finished it or very close.
Okay.
Okay, so why be a star? I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't know it was all me.
Oh, you're doing great.
So why be a star? Stars get to pick out prizes each quarter. When you're a star for each quarter, you get the extra prizes through the consistency club. All the little challenges that you do, you're going to earn those as well. And you get to attend a prize party at seminar. Stars qualify for the company to send you new customers and team member referrals to your website, which is really important if you're trying to build your business. Stars are also eligible for new products early because you do your preferred customer, and they get tons of recognition at party events. And sooner or later, we'll drive cars. There
Okay,
you go.
Amy,
So
what does
stars
it
drive
mean?
cars.
Okay, what does it mean when it says on target for 4 quarter stars? What does that mean they've already done?
So if you're on target, you're already almost there because you're extremely close to hitting it. So on target, we have Fran, we have Jamie, Marcia, Vicky, and Sayonara, and myself as consultants. Then directors, we have Andrea, Joanna, Terry, and Linda Mead.
Okay, so you hear this a lot in Mary Kay, you're on target. What that means is, like Amy just said, you've been consistent and you're tracking it. So if you're on target to be a 4 quarter star, that means that you've already hit the first 3 quarters. This is huge, like huge.
Bullseye's coming. Bullseye's coming.
Right. Bullseye's coming. I like that. Must be a West Virginian thing. I like that. Okay. So consistency, consistency, consistency. And if you're like, well, I didn't do it, that's okay. That's okay. We want to celebrate those who did. And then we also want to paint the picture of, well, Amy, what do we want to paint the picture of for everyone else?
For everyone else, you want to paint the picture that you can do it too. It's simply consistency. I think, and I have a bigger goal maybe, but I think I narrowed it down to the day, almost what I needed for the end of the goal. So you have to take the goal, break it down into like a monthly chunk, and then do it by day. And I think if you do that, you realize how simple, if we would just start from the beginning with the goal itself, and you would see then how much you actually need. So I think if I do it for the day for the next 3 months, which was like 90 days, it would have been like $20 and something per day. which is super attainable if we actually break it down, right? So, but if we wait till the last minute and you're trying to like do it all at
Right.
once, then it's a lot harder because it's a bigger chunk. So just bite-sized pieces, you can eat that elephant one bite at a time. Trying to swallow them whole is really uncomfortable.
So Amy, why do you think it's important, even if your director helps you a little bit with the numbers, why do you think it's important for you to figure out what you need to do every day and actually do the math yourself? Why is that so important for the individual consultants to do that?
Because I think it's easy to think that this chunk up here, this goal is too unattainable. It's too big. It's too hard. It's really not. And I mean, okay, ladies, I don't have a big metropolitan area. I just don't. I'm just telling you, like you've got a gold mine in your own backyard. If you're even near a city that you have lots of people by, everybody here knows everybody. And
Mhm.
so, I have no idea what your locations are, but if you have that much more people, like if you run into the same 25 people at the grocery store, they're like, they don't know you. Here, they know you. Like they may know you by heart or know you by association. So making sure that you reach out to like everybody that you have to get to that goal is super important. So sometimes it just takes putting yourself out there and not really realizing what the results are. If it's a no, maybe it's a no, maybe it's a maybe. Whether it's team building, whether it's sales, whether it's a new person that you're meeting forever. So like for this example, this weekend, I just put myself out there. I did a vendor event. I had one consultant, and this is honest, she was walking around the room and she was a Mary Kay consultant in another unit, but she was handing out samples to everybody else. Well, I had the vendor event there and she stayed there for almost an hour. So she was like undermining a little bit, which is not nice. But you know what? I just smiled and just left her go because I don't have to do that. I don't have to undermine anybody's ability. I can say, you go do you and I'll do me, and that's okay. Because I have enough confidence to say that I'm going to make it happen regardless of what the situation is. So a no doesn't always mean no. You turn it into yes.
Love it.
And you just smile and let the others do what they need to do. It's okay. Everybody has the capability to keep asking. And if that's what she needs to do to make her business great, great. I can still make it.
Love it. Good attitude. Dre.
This is absolutely perfect because Amy, what you just said gave me a visual. Do y'all remember that commercial? And I was going to use this earlier with Chrissy, but she's English, and I don't know if they had it in UK. But remember when the trash bag company Hefty, they would say, "Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy, hefty, hefty, hefty." I want everybody right now. I want you to stand up, shake it up. Come on, get your butt up off the seat right now. I'm looking at you. Come on. Okay, on the count of 3, we are not gonna be wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. We're going to be hefty, hefty, hefty. And I want you to think about that. Way to go. Because Amy, that's exactly what you just did. And I'm so proud of you to be a star. But I wanted to say every single day, I want you guys to think about that. You are not wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. You are hefty, hefty, hefty. And that's not about our weight. That is about your beauty. That's about your might, your ability to love people and to make things happen. So I wanted to say that you being a star, when directors have 5 stars minimum a quarter, together the whole unit is recognized at seminar and in our Mary Kay National Directors meetings. We get to honor you more when together we have more stars. So it really is important. If you missed your goal, I want you to know that we need you to be a star. It's really part-time income, but it's all about not falling through the cracks. Okay. So pinky promise, it's that important to be a star. Everybody needs to win and people follow those who win. So I just wanted to say that.
Love it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So Joe, like you may know this, but like the rest of them don't. Like I had a really big bill come out that I really wasn't expecting. And so I had all my, I had everything ready for the last little bit of my challenge to get the end of the double credit for the month. But then I had like 2 days, 3 days max to re-earn it, to get all of that back to do the rest of my order. So if I can do it in 3 days, y'all, come on, we can do this. Like I stretched like you would not believe, but I made it happen. So, and I know you guys can all do the same thing too. So let's just all bust a move and make this our best year.
Love it. Love it. Good words, man. I love you guys sharing like this. This is so much more fun. Okay. All right. So I want you to get out your pen and paper. And you know how I said it empowers Amy to do the math herself. So you're going to kind of do the math yourself. So I would recommend you get a calculator, but I'm going to kind of do the math for you. But I want you to go back after our meeting tonight, and I want you to redo the math. So first off, I want to do, we were going to do some role playing, and we might still have time for that, but let me give you the script. Okay. So I know right now, Courtney has an appointment with one of the ladies from our church for a facial. So here's how you turn a facial into a party. She would say, you know, Tammy, I'm so excited we're getting together, and it's just as much fun, I should have said much, to put the products on 3 faces as it is 1. It is actually more fun because, you know, girls just want to have fun. So who do you know would love to have a bit of pampering and share your appointment time with you? And then you stop talking. Let me do that again, okay? Tammy, I'm so excited about our appointment on Friday morning. I'll be all set up for you. But you know, it's just as much fun to put the products on 3 faces as it is 1, because it's actually even more fun because, you know, girls just want to have fun, right? All right. So who do you know would love to have a bit of pampering and share your appointment time with you? And then you stop talking. So let me show y'all what it looks like for me to say that. So let's say I'm talking to Andrea and she and I are getting together. I'd say, hey, Dre, I'm so excited we're getting together this Friday. Now, you know where I live, you're going to come over at 10 o'clock, correct? You're good there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Want to make sure you wear neutral colors, and we've already done your pre-profiling. Y'all write that down. Write that down. Pre-profile. You do not have to ask them every question on there. There are 3 questions you ask. Who knows what the 3 questions you ask are? Okay, the 3 questions you ask are.
3, what's your skin type? What on your face do you want? Is there a special something you want to target, like lines or
Good.
deep wrinkles or spots?
Good.
And how much money's in the bank? No, I don't know. The third one.
Okay, that was good. And Fran put it in her own words. But these are the 3 questions I ask. Okay. What are you currently using to cleanse your skin? Now, if they say I don't wear makeup, what is your response to that? I didn't ask you if you wear makeup. And by the way, I see you wearing mascara and lipstick right now, so your liar pants on fire. Okay. All right. So what are you currently, well, what are you washing your skin with? And I actually had a customer one time reach over, pump the soap that was at her kitchen sink and go, this is what I use. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to change that. What are you currently using to cleanse your skin? Write it down on the back of her profile card. If you could change anything about your skin, what would it be? Now that ties into what Fran just said. What do you want? You know, what do you want to get better at? What do you want to improve? Okay, so Fran, what I did was I took those 3 or 4 sentences and I put it into one. Okay. What, if anything, would you love to change or improve with your skin? And then this is what I say. Let's say Fran just said, they might say age spots. Well, you know, Andrea, I don't normally do a lot of supplements at an initial appointment. That's for a follow-up appointment, but just for you, I'm going to bring you some samples of a couple of products we have that will really help peel away and fade out those spots on your face just for you. Now, if she's one of the people coming to the party, she's now going to come because there's something that's going to be there for who? Just for her. Okay. And what's the third question? Do you consider yourself to be normal to dry or combination to oily? If most, I'll tell you 99 times out of 100, they're going to go, well, I'm really normal to dry. I'm normal. Well, I'm kind of oily in the T-zone, but yeah, I'm kind of normal, but I flake and sometimes I break out. Okay. This is what I say to that. You know what, Andrea? Your skin is probably a little bit out of balance because you're using a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit the other. So we're going to talk about that at your appointment. And I'm just going to give you some information that'll help you make some really good choices moving forward. Okay. What am I doing with my head? Even if I'm on the phone with her, I'm doing this. They can feel it, I'm telling you. So, okay, pre-profile. Okay, so Andrea, we've already done your pre-profile. I've got some samples pulled aside just for you. But you know what, Andrea? Just want to kind of throw something out there. It's just as easy for me to pamper 3 people as it is 1. Is there anyone that you know could really use some pampering that you'd love to share your appointment time with?
I can think of a couple people, but they work and I just don't know if they're available.
Well, you know what? Why don't you ask them? And if they're not, see if they're interested in a future appointment. And at your follow-up facial with friends, we'll try to accommodate them on a weekend.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Now she's got the seed planted. And how many times did I say follow-up facial with friends? Did y'all pay attention to that? When we do your follow-up facial, we normally don't do a lot of supplements until your follow-up facial. Well, at your follow-up facial with friends, we'll make sure they're included and we pick a time just for them. I say follow-up facial, follow-up facial, follow-up facial so many times that they have a permanent wave now in their brain that there will be a follow-up facial. Look at that sassy little picture of Andrea. Okay. Do y'all get it? Okay, so let's look at the screen again, because I want you to see this script. This is the meat of tonight. It's just as much fun to put products on 3 faces as it is 1. It's actually more fun because girls want to have fun. I sometimes say because girls don't even go to the bathroom by themselves. Who do you know would love to have a little bit of pampering and share your appointment time with you? Okay. How to sell the entire set. Crucial. How to sell the entire set. Let's go back to basics. Okay. I've done the whole skincare set. We put on a foundation, maybe a dash out the door look, a mascara. I did it, my lips, a mascara, a lip gloss, and maybe a bronzer. Okay. Because at your follow-up facial, we're going to do a whole look just for you while your friends do the skincare. Okay. So, in closing the sets, I would say, so Andrea, you can choose to invest in Mary Kay a la carte, a cleanser here, a moisturizer there, maybe a lipstick here. But one of the things we really like to stress in Mary Kay is that we have scientists and we have doctors who put together our skincare system so they work together like this. It's kind of like you like to bake. And let's say you're baking a cake from scratch. You're that special. And you don't have any sugar. So you just use double flour. What's going to happen to that cake? It's not going to be a good cake, is it? So one of the things we really like to stress in Mary Kay is that we prefer that you go for the set. And whatever you're using right now, put it, do y'all see how I'm using my hands? Put it underneath your bathroom sink just for 30 days. Try Mary Kay for 30 days. And if you don't see an incredible difference in your skin, then I'll give you a credit for whatever you want to return. We'll get you some great spa products and you can pull those inferior products back out and start using them again. Okay. Another way to close the sale is to say, have you ever had a black shirt like I'm wearing right now, and you're out shopping and you want to find a pair of black pants or a black skirt to go with that black shirt, but you don't have the black shirt with you. How many different shades of black are out there? Kabillions, right? And so you get your black shirt at home and you bought your black skirt and your black pants and you bring them home and you walk into your closet or your dressing room and you're like, wrong color. And the black shoes you were going to wear, wrong color black. And the purse doesn't match. Wouldn't it be great to walk into the department store, walk into Nordstrom, see an outfit on the mannequin and say, give me the whole outfit. I want the whole outfit. I want the top, the skirt, the shoes, the jewelry, the purse, and all the undergarments that make it look good like it does on the mannequin. Okay, well, that's what we do in Mary Kay. When you buy the skincare set in Mary Kay, you're buying the entire mannequin. You don't have to think about, do I need another moisturizer? Do I need another toner? Do I need another eye cream? It all comes together in one beautiful set. Now, this is what I do with my hands, not way up here, but down here, because when you present, you open your hands up. And when you close the sentence or you close the idea, you bring your hands together. Okay? This is just how teachers do things. So if I'm teaching you something, I'm going to squat here. I'm going to say, so this is how it works, and da 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 da. And then you close the experiment, and here's your summation. Okay. So we have our skincare set, we have our cleanser, our moisturizer, our day-night cream, our eye cream. And when you purchase the entire set, we're also going to give you the foundation at half price. So wouldn't you love to have the entire set? Okay. When you close an idea, you bring your hands together and you slightly bow. What that does is it brings them into you. It brings them in. When we hug somebody, what do we do? Put your arms out like you're going to hug somebody. Okay. And then we hug them, and what do? We bring it in. It's the same thing. Okay. And under your breath or in your head without them hearing you, you always say, I love you. Because you're doing this because you want to help them. You want their skin to look better. And do you win from it? Yes, you do. But this takes away the guilt of the sale, because so many women feel guilty taking their friends or their relatives or people they don't even know taking their money. But I want to ask you something. Vicki, if you worked at a boutique and I called you up and said, hey girl, I'm going to stop by today. I really need a dress for this wedding I'm going to in 2 weeks. Vicki would say, okay, come on in. And we would talk and chat and we would have a good time and everything. And she would show me dresses. At the end of it, if I chose a dress that she said, this is the one that looks best on you, and I trust her, would she say, okay, just take it? No, she would say, how do you want to what? Pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we afraid to ask for the sale? You guys, I want you to look around the room you're in right now or the car you're in right now. Nothing was there till something was sold. It is the most honorable profession ever. Nothing happens till somebody sells something. Somebody sold you that shirt. Somebody sold you that couch. Somebody sold you that car. There's nothing wrong with sales. Start getting really proud about what you're doing, because this is a great product. Okay, last thing I want. Oh yes, Christy. Yes, ma'am.
On that sales point, I always think, who would you rather put money into, your friend or Mr. High Street, Mr. Big, Mr. Nordstrom? No thanks. Give it to someone that you know is going to do well out of it.
Yeah.
Rather than what the
Yeah.
big
Brick and mortar
company that does sell the face creams here. I can't even remember, but yeah.
But that's good. And you know what? I always like to tie that, Chrissy, into if you go to Ulta or you go to Macy's or whatever and you purchase products, they love you right then, But if you come back 2 days later and you want to ask them questions about that product, they're not going to give you the time of day. You know, in Mary Kay, we give you amazing customer service, and it's a great product. It is the best product. So why would you choose to go to brick and mortar? That's good. I
Exactly.
like that point. Thank you, Chrissy, for sharing that. So there are a lot of key phrases that you guys can be using and saying. You don't have to say all of this. Kind of pick and choose what you want to work on first. I would start with pre-profiling. I would next go to turn the facial into a party. I would go next into how to close the sale and practice it, practice it, practice it. Courtney just put into the chat that she's going to practice it in the mirror. That is fabulous. That's fabulous to practice it in the mirror. Because if you can look at yourself and say it over and over and over again, you'll become believable. Okay, last thing I want to share with you guys tonight is we have an amazing challenge that we just launched last week when Andrea was traveling to see her daughter. And I want to show y'all how to break this down. So get out your pencil and paper.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Just before you move on to that, can we just make sure there might be some questions based on what you just did? Because it was so awesome.
Oh, thanks.
But I just want to make sure everybody has a moment. Closing the party, like she just did a lot for like an in-person, and it was so good. So who has any questions before we move on? Something that might have happened and you didn't know how to handle it.
Okay,
So I just wanted,
yeah, think about it. And if you want to ask me in a couple of minutes, yeah. Because
I
it
just wanted to,
happens.
yeah. Well, and just think about the fact that Joe said, and it's really important, you have normal questions that are in your flip chart at the very end of the party on what to say in an individual consultation. So if you're doing virtual, those are the same kind of questions. And many of you have a little picture that I've sent you, which is the same kind of questions. But think of that when you're having those conversations. If she says, oh yeah, I'll take the cleanser. So you want to really create that openness where Joe just shared the reason you don't want to have all these different chemicals, because then it's going to be like chemical warfare when you're using different products. But those kind of things are the importance of having somebody who is a solid skincare user versus a onesie twosie. And the reason that Joe and I are around after Joe's 30 years, I'm 25 years, is because the skincare set customer is going to be a longer lasting customer.
Yep. Just in reorders last month, I did almost $4,000. Doesn't happen every month, but that's what you guys want to go for. 100 customers on skincare. And share that with your customers. Say, I have a goal this year by the end of December to have 100 customers on skincare. Which skincare set is best for you? Really? Yeah. Ask. I have a goal to have 100 skincare customers. Which skincare set would be best for you? I want to welcome you into my group of 100.
Okay, Joe, I do have a question.
Go ahead, Dee.
Sorry, it was me. It's me. Okay, really quick. There's a customer that has ordered from me. She just orders the masks and they are not interested in the actual skincare set. How would you respond to that? Like, how would you get them to be onto the skincare set?
Okay, that's a great question. I have a couple of customers. I've got one that orders an eyebrow every 3 months, eyebrow pencil. Every time I give her the Time Wise Normal to Dry. And I say, when you're ready to get started on a great skincare system, let me know. It's just choices, choices, choices. And I have so many customers that, didn't start on the skincare. And every time they place that little order, I just put that little packet in there and say, when you're ready, I just write a note. When you're ready to get on a great skincare system, let me know.
Okay, that's really cute. I like that. And I wanted to make a comment. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. I don't want to move on from that because something, two thoughts that I heard a long time ago that helped me a lot is after somebody purchases, so that you don't feel like there's any pressure, you complete the sale. But at that point, if she didn't purchase the skincare, I love saying, you know, Fran, I'm just curious. If you ever had the skincare system in your bathroom, would you use it? And then that way you're finding out, is it money and she's not telling you? Because then you can really get her excited to earn it. Or if she has some kind of issue with the ingredients or something that she's not telling you. So that might be opening up the door for possibilities.
Yeah, and she
That's
might
good
just
too.
say, you know, I've got 4 kids and I'm lucky if I can get a shower once a week. That's why TimeWise is perfect for you, you know, just, and I'll tell you something I do also, Dee, is I will tempt them with the travel size kit of TimeWise or Value Firm or Clearproof. And I'll say, can I just make a quick suggestion? Would you be willing to put your products under the sink and use this miniature for the next week? If you fall in love with it, and I know you will, I will take the cost of that travel size, okay, and put it towards your skincare set. That's how I sell a lot of Value Firm, because that small set is $35. And I'll say, once you use this for a few days, you're going to realize you can't live without it. And so I'll put that $35 towards your whole skincare set. You'll still get your foundation at half price, but you'll get to keep the travel size, put it aside for your next trip.
So
Okay,
that's how you got me.
Do what?
That-
That is how I got you. I told her, try it. I don't do that with hardly anybody, but I said, try it for 30 days.
No,
And
1
if
week,
you-
1 week.
1 week. Okay, sorry. For 1 week. And if you love it, pay me for it. And if you don't, bring it back.
I would have walked away, but you were smart.
I'm not smarter than I look. Okay, let's go through this because I want to get this done in the next 10 minutes so you guys aren't on all night, because I know it's late on the East Coast. All right, so we have a challenge. Don't look at all this stuff, okay? Listen to my voice and let's go line by line. We have a challenge to do this whole P3, P6, P10, P15, if you choose to accept it. We're going to start really, really simple, but I want you to look down here, do the math. A party is a hostess plus 3, 4, or 5. So if you want her to have 3, 4, or 5 guests there, she should invite 8 to 10. Okay. You're going to average $75 a face. One's going to buy a Value Firm set. The other is going to buy an eyebrow pencil. Okay. 1 out of 3 that you facial will be willing to do a marketing share with you. And 1 out of 3 will join your team. Now, once you write that down, put hostess plus 3, 4, or 5, $75 average. 1 out of 3 do an interview with. 1 out of 3 interviews will join your team. I want to show you something. Let's look at P3. You're just going to do level P3. It's the lowest level. Okay. If you have 3 hostesses, write this down. You have 3 hostesses. You ask each of them to invite 5 guests. If they have 3 guests show up, you've just done your 9 faces. 3 hostesses, either face-to-face or virtual or both. During your parties, ask your director to pop in and do marketing with the guests. Now, let me tell you how you do this. Let's say you're doing a virtual or a face-to-face. Vicky's going to do a party on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. She calls me and says, can you pop in? Yes. What time do you want me to pop in? I'll text you. So I just make sure that I keep an eye on my phone. I pop in. She just holds up her phone and says, this is Joanna, my director. And I say, hey, ladies, can I real quick help Vicki meet a goal of hers and just tell you some quick facts about Mary Kay, the company, and she will get credit for you guys possibly being talent scouts or hearing more information about the company. All we're doing is planting seeds. We're going to do the three things that people want to know before they ask for more information. How much does it cost to get started? How much time will it take? How much money will I make? That was Fran's third one when she did the profile. How much money will I make? Okay. So you got the right things. You just got it in the wrong place. So that's good. That's what Andrea and I are going to do. And we're going to say, okay, if you're interested in hearing more information, when can I chat with you later on today? No pressure. Because you don't want to take over the whole party, right? Okay, just real quick, you guys, I've done National Court of Sharing a kabillion times. Trust me on this. We just pop in. So there's your marketing shares, okay? Then your wholesale has to be at least 300. Well, if you do 9 faces and you average $75 a face, that's $675 retail. So there's your $300 order. That's it. That's the P3. Then week 2. Okay, think about doing this by Saturday. Okay, from those parties, you are going to book parties because you are going to constantly say at your follow-up with friends, at your follow-up with friends, at your follow-up with friends, at your follow-up with friends. So at the end, you're going to say, Vicki, who do you want to invite to your follow-up? Well, I'm going to invite Mary and Sue and Beth and Sayonara. And okay, all right, that's great. So those 3 hostesses that I have between now and Saturday, all those new faces, I'm going to book them for the next week. Do not book them for a month out. Enthusiasm lasts 3 days. You would be amazed at how many times I can have an appointment with someone. They invite a friend. I book the friend for a follow-up patient with friends 2 days later, because in today's world, with doing it virtually, they pop on the computer. Easy peasy. Okay. It is so doable. So week 2, you've got 4 hostesses now. Each one's going to have 5 guests because they're going to invite 8. That's 20 faces. You're going to do 6 career talks because 6 people out of 20 is easy peasy. Doing the 3 questions that you're going to learn how to do that first week. And then 20 faces times 75 is $1,500 in retail sales. So your P6 is 600 in wholesale. Okay. Week 3, you're booking from bookings. We continue with the math. You're going to do the 30 faces. You're going to have 10 career talks and you're going to do your $1,000 wholesale order. And week 4, you're going for the gold. You're going to actually have 50 faces. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Are you kidding me? No, what you're thinking is you're going, okay, when do I find the time for this? You find the time because you do 2 or 3 or 4 hostesses at the same time. Okay. Or you take a Saturday and you do 9 o'clock, 11:30, 1:30, 4:30, and you knock them all out in one day. When I first started my business back in Hinesville, Georgia, I worked my business 2 Saturdays a month and I earned my car in the first year while working a full-time job and being pretty much a single parent, military wife. So, and this is before computers and before cell phones, and we rode dinosaurs to our Mary Kay parties, okay? So this is the pearls of sharing that we want you guys to earn. When you have 3 shares in the whole month, and it says January 18th, don't worry about that. And the whole month of April, you're going to get the earrings. When you have 6, you're going to get the bracelet. And when you have 1 new qualified personal team member, you're going to get the necklace. Okay. Now we have all kinds of different pearls. I've got different pearls. Andrea's got different pearls. They're all from Mary Kay. They're fabulous. And so your pearls may look different. Your pearls may look more like mine or like Andrea's. She's actually showing a set right now. Show that set. Beautiful. Okay. So there's all kinds of different pearls that we have. All right. So that is doing basically what we're offering you guys is just for doing career chats. You can earn jewelry. Okay. Now, here is what I was talking about, the P3, P6, P9, or P10, P15. And I'm going to put all this on our Facebook page so you can break it down. At every level, Now I did it week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, but it's basically one of these levels completed in the entire month. I just wanted to show you how booking from bookings and getting people to go ahead and do something the next week and not the next month is where you're going to build quickly. When you hear about these consultants that start in January and finish national quota sales in 6 months, this is what they do, okay? They focus on 50 faces a month. Now I know you're thinking 50 faces a month. How do I do that? 5 parties of 10, 10 parties of 5. This is not 40 hours a week. I've done it. Andrea's done it. We make it hard. It's not that hard. Sayonara works her business on Saturdays. Pick what you're doing. Focus on the numbers. Figure out how can I get 50 faces to 3 different parties on Saturday morning. Knock it out. Walk away with $5,000 in sales. Drop the mic and call it a day. That we make it hard. And Andrea just said referrals are huge. I like for my referrals to turn into people at their party. And that's a lot of times what happens with me. Okay, so here's the different levels. If you choose P3 for the whole month, that's awesome. 9 new faces, 3 career chats, 300 wholesale. P6 is 18, 6, and 600 wholesale. P10 is 30, 10, and 1,000. And P15 is 48, 18, and 1,500. And these are the different levels. You can either get an Amazon gift card from your director, or you can get one of these beautiful prizes. I kind of like the prizes, although y'all know I'm kind of a cash cow. I always take the cash for anything I can, but those prizes are pretty nice. And I think I might just get them for me. No, I have to earn it. I have to earn it, right, Andrea? I have to earn it. Okay, so that's what that's all about. So when you go to the Facebook page and you see these flyers, print it off, go back through the numbers we just reviewed, and figure out how you can do it. And like Amy Paul said, break it down. What do you have to do every month, every week, and every day? And you're going to find it's not as hard as you think. 30 faces a month is 3 parties of 10 or 10 parties of 3. It's not that hard. We make it hard. And the last thing I want to close with is you guys who are doing appointments from the skincare all the way to the glamour, you're really kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Do the appointment skincare to the foundation with a dash out the door look, a lip gloss, a mascara, a bronzer, and say at your follow-up facial with friends, I'm going to do a look just for you, and your friends are going to be doing the skincare. Okay. And what am I doing with my head right now? What am I doing? Fran, what am I doing with my head? I'm nodding. Okay. And did you see how I talked about the idea? And then what did I do with my hands? Brought them together. Okay. At your follow-up facial with friends, we're going to do skincare on your friends, and we're going to do a glamour look just for you. Okay. So be careful about doing everything soup to nuts. Okay. Be very careful about that. You're losing sales, you're losing referrals, you're losing people. And, you know, play the girlfriend game, have them write down the back of their profile card who all they know would love to have a Mary Kay pampering session. And then ask them, hey, why don't you invite these people to your party? Well, some of them are out of town. We'll do virtual and we'll do live at the same time. I'll send them samples. They'll get them in a couple of days. If there's a will, what? There is a way. Okay. Do we have any questions about the scripts? Yes, I'll put it all on Facebook, but you've got to go back and practice it. Like Courtney said, I'm going to practice in the mirror. You know, do you have any questions about the scripts? Do you have any questions about the different P levels? What P level are you going to go for? 3, 6, 10, 15? Go for 15. Go for it. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's early in the month. What's the date? I don't even know what the date is. Yeah, it's Cinco de April, okay? You got this. You got this. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Okay. All right. So I want to tell you guys, I'm proud of you for being on. I know you're juggling kids, you're traveling, you're running around, all that craziness. Go back and watch the video. If you want to hear this again, you can fast forward through the parts you don't need to hear a second time, but definitely listen over and over and over again. That's how we did it in the beginning, guys. We had these things called cassette tapes. Y'all don't even know what that is, right? But we had these things called cassette. Yeah, Courtney knows. Okay, she's a baby. Cassette tapes, and we would listen to them over and over and over and over and over and over. And the words come out of your mouth like the ABCs. If I told you to sing the ABCs right now, would you have to go look it up? No. Okay, that's how it gets. It's just rote memory. All right, I've taken the party too long tonight, but I hope y'all learned something. I hope you got some meat tonight. You got some scripts, you got some ideas. You guys be prepared, because from now on, you're going to be doing the slideshow. Yeah, so get ready. Okay, all you gotta do is read the slide. Don't make it hard. I like how Amy added to it, but just read it. Okay. But that's the best way to learn to present in front of other people, is to do it in a safe environment where we're here to love you. We're here to encourage you. We're here to say, okay, well, might tweak this or tweak that. And then you'll be able to do it at all your parties and you'll be fabulous. Okay, everybody give me a thumbs up. Okay, unmute yourself. I need a little Southern stuff. Okay, need some Southern stuff. On 3, we're all gonna say, bye y'all. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Oh.
Hi, y'all.
Bye.